How's it going, YouTube? Reed here, back with another video, and this is my initial reaction to moving for the first time in DayZ .63. Oh, it's first person. This feels so good. Look at how he moves. Oh, let's go, dude. This feels really good, okay? Initial impressions, I have to adjust my sensitivity. So obviously with a player controller update, the feel of the player moving in-game is a pretty big deal, and you can get a sense for it right off the bat. I really enjoyed how it felt. But going back to the beginning here, you can actually see that the devs implemented a new UI, user interface, that's really clean and easy to use. And this is a pretty big deal to me because there's going to be a lot of new people coming to DayZ, and you want that user interface user-friendly, easy to understand. You want it easy to join servers. They've made the text a little bit bigger, and I just overall think it's a little bit more inviting to new players. Here you can see me customizing my character. There's an assortment of new faces available, which I'm excited to see how they all look with the beards. Maybe we'll see modders or the devs put a larger emphasis on character customization in the future. I think that would be a pretty nice feature. Now, I didn't get to play the stress test nearly as much as I would have liked to. I actually had to skip class just to get the chance to play. But I messed around with the settings a lot, trying to get the best FPS possible, and these settings really did it. You guys can use this as a guide. You can put your details all the way up, make sure your anti-aliasing is low like you would in 6.2, and then you can set your post-process quality high in order to get really nice looking textures and shadows. You guys could go back, screenshot that, and use that as a guide for the next stress test. But I will activate my FPS counter here shortly to show you guys how great the FPS was. I'm kind of messing around, moving around the screen a lot, trying to see if there's going to be any screen tearing, and it seemed great. The visuals are absolutely fantastic. I'm super excited about how visually pleasing this game looks right now and how well it's running. Taking a look at this last gunfight, you can get a sense of how the crosshair looks in combat. I know I missed pretty much every shot there, don't judge me, but it doesn't seem like the crosshair actually moves with weapon sway, which is really nice. It kind of balances out having a crosshair in the first place. And in this encounter here, we were actually trying to help each other out with loading your primary weapon, and it turns out you just hold the button of the ammo and then it'll load it like you see here. So it was cool that the community was helping each other out, trying to get a sense of the controls. Now, some of the keybinds that came standard on this build felt really wacky. That was kind of the bad thing I had to say. Double clicking right mouse to aim down sight was super awkward. I didn't like it, though it turns out that there is going to be some sort of revert back to original DayZ style controls option. It's just a work in progress right now, so you weren't actually able to activate it from the settings, but I would imagine very quickly they're going to allow full customization of your keybinds again, so we can get back to a older style DayZ keyboard setup. I went ahead and put on my FPS counter for a short period of time just to give you guys an example of what the frames looked like with the settings set to the way I had them. And I didn't keep it on for long just because I was expecting to get like some super immersive gameplay, which didn't end up happening really. But while it was on, you guys can see it was pretty solid. Now, sometimes I didn't feel like it was so accurate. I felt like it was sometimes reading like 70s when I would get a little bit of a drop down to like the 20 or 30 range. But the drops really weren't happening that much. It stayed pretty consistent, pretty smooth. And I was really happy with the way the game was performing with the settings that I had. Unfortunately, I didn't do any ridiculous slang throughout my short play session, but this clip does encompass some of the close quarters PvP, and again, you can see that crosshair not moving despite weapon sway, which is really nice. It definitely balances out having a crosshair on screen. And obviously the movement here, just super duper smooth. The character model responds really well to input. It's much more realistic, but it doesn't have that clunky, laggy, slow feel like PUBG. And just a hilarious death animation there. I really like it. I went ahead and put this clip in here so you guys could get a feel for what nighttime looks like. I haven't adjusted the gamma in any way. This is straight raw footage. It's very dark, but it still has that light hue so you can see what's going on around you, but still have that nighttime feel. Now, I didn't get to go north, unfortunately, like some players did. I kind of wanted to see what the Northwest Airfield looked like for myself. I didn't make it there, but thanks to JCon72, this is just a quick screenshot of the Northwest Airfield, the new Northwest Airfield, and it's just absolutely beautiful. You can see the new ATC, you can see all of these barracks buildings and other types of hangars. It's absolutely beautiful. And of course, guys, JCon72, I'll put a link to his channel down in the description box down below. Watch his video. He has much more footage than I do, and I highly recommend you checking out the rest of his content. So guys, that's just a quick analysis of what we've been able to play so far, as well as some recommendations for your settings to make your game not only look good, but also have the game run at a pretty decent FPS. There's so many other videos out there from other content creators who do this full time, so I recommend you go check them out, like JCon. Those guys are going to be your first stop shop for, you know, much more information, further information, more detailed information. Not me. I just wanted to get this out there to kind of share my initial impressions and my experiences for those of you who like checking into the channel. So thank you guys for watching. I hope I can get some more stress test footage in the future, but otherwise we're just going to wait till this comes out on the experimental patch, and then we'll be playing for real. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Until next time, take it easy.